Hello and welcome to Flash Friday number 3. We're eventually going to run out of fingers, but, not this week or the next few weeks. But let's get to the point. Today we're going to be playing SeppuKuties. It's kind of funny because there's going to be a bunch of cute little animals and they're all gonna pretty much have to commit seppuku. So that's kind of where the name comes in. We're going to be showing you how to do this with minimal lives lost to try and get this hard achievement on Congregate. Deforested. Look at these little animals. Yeah, basically, we're gonna have to make some animals die so that we can continue on. Alright, so yeah, we can collect acorns. Looks like we have 30 to start off with. We're gonna have to come back and grab all these anyway. But look, with this cute little elephant. I love this little elephant, it's so cute. So this level looks like you're going to have to die, but you don't actually have to die. You want to push this till it pretty much looks like it's in. You're then going to come up on top and make it push the last bit of that last one in. Of that thing down there. Because it will. And then, voila. You have one extra life. So here, this level is pretty tricky for early on. We're only going to need to lose 2 animals here, if you do it right. But to do it right, it's going to be a little tricky. Let's grab the acorns first, because they're not going to be easy to grab with the method we're doing. So you want to do that about 2/3 of the way. Same thing with that one, so that you can get 2 good jumps, make it to the edge. This first level is a little tricky because you're going to have to actually sacrifice your first little kitty and then not grab that key so that bullet ore will actually still move for you. Then you're going to need to jump on top of it. It's pretty tricky to stay on sometimes, but you'll eventually get the jump after you try over and over again. Just gotta be careful here. That part might take a few tries to get used to. And there we go. Simple as that. And you're going to want to grab these acorns here to the right first, because this key will open that. Or, yeah, close that. To open up the other acorn thing. But there we go. This level without dying. Pretty simple. Alright, so when going for minimum deaths, there's some levels you're just going to have to collect acorns and then attempt different lives separately. As the achievement says, note that your highest grade lowest death count for each level is considered separately across trials. Acorn collectors, keep this in mind for 2-2. No need to lose your sanity. And boy, did I lose my sanity a little bit here. But we're going to go for all acorns first in this level. And when you go for all acorns, you actually have to commit seppuku here, because your jump will only reach those bottom 2. And then right here, this push is going to be really hard because it's just physics that want to take forever. But that actually looks like it's a good one, and hopefully it'll knock that key down for us. And in a spot where, hopefully not up there, because it's really hard to sometimes get over there. But voila. Now let's do again with 1 death, because as I said, we're doing this for the pure fact of having the least amount of lives remaining. And that's going to push it backwards, sadly. But this game, I don't know what it is about it, but it's like a little mini platformer. And there we go. Alright, so this level is a lot simpler than it looks. When you grab this key down here, these are all going to fall. But there's a fail-proof spot to stand. If you quickly come over here and land on this one, nothing will hit you. Then you just gotta wait for these little ones to fall off. And you can even jump past this one. Without acorns here, this level becomes a whole lot easier. So here, we're going to use some real platforming skills, and we're gonna have to jump up above us. It's pretty fun. But yeah, so watch out. You're gonna want to jump immediately when this key gets to you, so you can actually survive. Then it's as simple as falling down. Alright, so this level looks like you're going to die at least once, but you don't actually need to die anywhere. Because over here, when you get to the top of this, it's actually a jumpable platform close to the top. Who would have thought? Whoops, but before we move that, let's grab this key so that it's not getting pushed against itself. This level looks a lot simpler than it actually is. But voila, there we go. It's practically impossible to die at this point, but you know, we gotta finish the level anyway. So this level looks like you have to grab that red key down there, but you actually don't. The trick is to get this box to land at an angle down there so that you can get up at that and just jump off to the edge. So you're actually going to want to come down here, otherwise this will block your jump. But there we go. A level without dying. To get all the acorns in this level, it's going to take a couple more deaths than we would do on a non-deathless run. But before we go to the left there, we're going to want to come over here and grab these acorns, otherwise it gets closed off, and we don't want to deal with that. So we're going to die here to pick up this key, as well as these acorns. But it's well worth it, right, to collect everything? I think so. So we'll just let that one die again, and actually survive right there. Alright, so for this level with the least amount of lives lost, you're going to want to jump, and quickly jump right on top of that stone boulder again. We're then going to want to get this at such an angle so that we can still jump up to it without having to push it through. Yeah. To get that other acorn, you're going to have to die. And then the only death that you'll have to go through in this level is right there, because there's no way to actually end the level. This level is a little tricky because we have to stay ahead of that boulder no matter what, because it's gonna get stuck down there and we can't do anything about it. So you gotta get ahead there and then just run for your life, little monkey. Run! Run! There we go, that was deathless on that level. Alright, so this one's a little tricky. We're going to want to actually grab these green and red ones really quick from each other, then grab the yellow one, then grab the blue one towards the end, and make sure not to fall off. Because falling off would suck. I have done that a few times, but it's a-okay, as long as you get all those keys. So with this level, it doesn't look like you can actually get to those chestnuts without dying, but you can. You can. You just have to... Wow, I missed one. You just have to pull this all the way over, and that'll make it so that it falls and is a little platform for you to stay safe on. And we all know that we like to stay safe, right? Definitely. And voila! Chestnuts galore. So this level makes you think you gotta commit seppuku to get back up there, right? Nope, you just gotta fall in this little crevice and push right there. Yep. It's a nice little ship. Alright, so this level, pretty tricky, it looks like, but in reality, it's just a few of these longer jumps to get to it. And while those chestnuts are out, you're going to want to actually go and grab them now. Whether you make it that first jump or not doesn't really matter, because once you grab this red key up here, this is going to close up again, and you're not going to want that. You want all the acorns, obviously. I call them acorns, chestnuts. They're close enough. But then this actually allows us to get to that key and get over without dying. So yeah, make sure you jump and jump back, because that thing will not open fast enough for you to get through. Because this level is a big pain in the butt, here's a quick tip. If you want to grab all the acorns on a first run, and then do this deathless, then you can forget all these. You can see what I mean here. And we magically got that gap. Thank you. So for this level, we're going to jump right into that and follow the next one and land on the corner to safely get where we need to get to where we need to go. And then you're gonna come over here and grab that pink key. And then we're gonna need to get on to grab a ride to those acorns over there. And voila! Acorn Land, we got this all in one go. So there's these 3 keys here, and we're gonna wanna let this fall and then grab this middle key. You'll see here in a second. You let that hit, so that grabs that. Then grab that key so it goes. You then want to do this, grab this left key so this actually falls down over here. And then once it has gotten past halfway, grab this next key to speed it all up. This will fall. You'll then be able to get up here and get to the acorn with no trouble. It's really tricky level at first. Chutes and ladders. So right when the level starts, if you hold right, you'll be able to get into this area. We then basically have to wait until we get the opportunity to, you know, jump back up on this thing at the right angle, like that. It can be a little tricky. You can try and emulate what I've done, but that's for the most part how that's done. And congrats to us on SeppuKuties, you know, beating this with only 5 lives. Welcome to Paradise Meowdos. That's what it should say. That's what it should say. Thanks for playing. Thank you very much for watching Flash Friday number 3, and until next time, let's high five out.